Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do another video talking about Nintendo, talking about Mario, and talking about a boycott, talking about a backfire. The media tried to tank the Mario movie.
They did. They were giving it crappy reviews right and left.
And it didn't work.
Yeah, so now Shigeru Miyamoto is coming out and saying, hey, I think that their negative reviews help make the box office bigger. It's a Hogwarts Legacy situation.
It is. I think we're going to have to start saying, having a Hogwarts Legacy meme or something going around now because, we have the Streisand effect and now I think we have the Hogwarts effect where if the gaming journos are attacking a movie and, the Twitterati are attacking a movie and a lot of the far left media blogs are attacking it, it's probably gonna do pretty good.
Well, they also forgot the fact that even though they're attacking it, and the plot is a plot thin, people say, yeah, it is, but that doesn't mean the movie's not fun.
It's a Mario movie.
It's a fun movie for fun movie's sake without too much agenda.
It's a fun movie for fun people.
Right,
like fun things.
That's right. It's, but I'm just saying, it's a character, and it's a bunch of characters from a franchise that has been beloved for years, and that many people have happy memories about, and they're gonna go see it because almost everybody knows Mario. I'm sorry.
Why isn't
Mickey?
Why isn't Bowser an analogy for Trump?
I didn't see the movie. They probably did. Who knows?
Peaches,
oh my God! If I have to hear that song more times. Our daughter loves that song.
Anyway, Google Jack Black Peaches. We're going to talk about this because I think it's really interesting. Again, this is coming a day after it was revealed that, and weirdly enough, Kotaku is covering it, revealed that Kotaku is blacklisted by Nintendo.
Yes.
Kotaku, which is, prides itself on being one of the most important video game blogs on the internet.
Kotaku says they are the most important video game blog on the internet. That's about the most Kotaku thing I've heard.
They are blacklisted by one of the largest gaming companies on the planet, and now a company that is getting into movies and theme parks, and that's not a good look. It's really not a good look for Kotaku to be blacklisted, and I think that this could actually be the kill shot for Kotaku because, again, their owners are going to look at them and be like, we've got a video game blog that can't even get media access from Nintendo.
I know. I know.
Like, why are we keeping this thing online?
After
it's
Kotaku
not a good
didn't
look.
Cover, Hogwarts Legacy, everybody else did, and now they're still getting views for like their walkthroughs and stuff, and Kotaku's getting nothing. So yeah. So apparently, they were doing an interview. He was doing an interview with the Japanese press. Okay, and it was translated over here on Video Games Chronicle. So the translation of what he was saying. So of course, there could be some things lost in the translation, but basically, the movie performed far more than they expected it to. Okay.
Yeah. We knew it was going to be big, but we didn't know it was going to be like $1 billion big.
Right. It's at like 900 million right now, and it's releasing in Japan today. And also I want to point out too, a really clever thing. I don't think we did a video on it. The Japanese version of the film is different than the other wide release version of the film.
Just like everything Mario.
Yeah.
It's like...
Well, but here's what's interesting. Select cities in the United States, we're going to get the Japanese version as well. So people in the United States can go see it again to see the different version from Japan to compare them starting today.
Are they going to call it Super Mario Brothers Movie USA? Is that how they're
I don't know.
So there's a whole thing with Mario 2 being two different games.
I get why they're doing it because Japan's the home base for Mario. And they're going to have some things there that they take out from
Peach.
Well, they take out things for American audiences. They bring the game over that aren't going to translate over there, so they have to make some changes for their audience, which makes complete sense. But they said I did have a level of expectation the movie would also do well, like the theme park. But I was very surprised that it went beyond what I could have imagined when it finally came out. You need some luck to achieve this level of success for a film, and while many foreign critics have given the movie relatively low ratings, I think that also contributed to the movie's notoriety and buzz.
I really wish Miyamoto would have just come out and said,
fuck you, Western media.
Yeah, Kotaku, hey.
That's what I would have said.
Piss off,
I'm
Kotaku.
sorry. Screw you. Sorry, Mom.
suck my peaches, Kotaku.
That's right.
Peaches.
No, he's got more class than we have.
Yeah, he does.
So then he talks about, how the Japanese version is different. I think they said because there's some different nuances that they made it more nuanced for the Japanese audience, which makes sense.
You gotta learn why she's called Princess Peach.
That's not why are you doing
Because, never mind. I don't know.
Stereotype much.
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's actually that makes sense because I think some of the Illumination humor is not going to land well. And look, a lot of people get upset when they change anime and they bring it over here, but and vice versa. But the thing is that sometimes there's not a direct translation for jokes and they don't land well in one country or another. It's not because, racism or whatever. And a lot of times now they're just like, oh, it's racist, misogynist, whatever. We're going to change it for that. But sometimes it just doesn't work.
And nobody believed for 1 minute that Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune were cousins.
Very close cousins.
I'm sorry. No one was buying it. No one.
They like to snuggle together. They like long walks on the beach together.
No one was buying that.
Yeah.
We were talking about making weird changes for no reason.
Yeah.
So basically they're like, hey, the movie did way better than we thought it was going to do. And hey, I think a lot of it has to do with the negative response from the Western media. And it's funny because, I think that played into it because a lot of people were like, screw you, insert journal here.
Kotaku.
I'm going to go see it. I'm going to go see it anyway. Big middle finger to you. But I think a lot of it was going to always do well because so many people have nostalgia around Mario. They have, good memories. They played it. Their kids played it. How my mom played it. Everybody, pretty much the main audience of the world at this point has played Mario or know of Mario at some point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mario is a much bigger deal than Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse.
Sorry, Disney.
I'm sorry. Mickey was huge in the 50s, 60s, 70s even, but he basically became. Now the new cartoons I actually do like. Some people don't like the new cartoons, but I think in spirit they're closer to the Walt's version of Mickey.
He was a lot scrappier.
He was a lot scrappier, and that's why he became popular. And he was kind of the people's mouse, and he became popular.
Now he's corporate Mickey, but
now he's just a mascot. That's all he is. Mario's a mascot too, but he's a lot more fun than Mickey.
That's right. Well, Disney, if they weren't like, oh well, Universal's going to put Nintendo. Who cares? And then this movie came out, and they're like, shit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Disney is bleeding out money. Their last couple animated movies have not done well. I don't think Elemental is going to do all that well. I don't think Wish is going to do. It's neither movie that they have in none of the movies they have in the pipeline right now. I'm looking at what they have in the pipeline. There's not a single Disney animated movie in the pipeline right now that I think is in danger of breaking $1 billion at the box office.
Wish looks pretty good. It looks more like Encanto or like the old animation. Like a couple years ago than it does like what we got last year
before 2015.
But again, I don't know yet. We haven't seen enough of it, but I think it has a chance of doing pretty well. It's a Thanksgiving release. It looks like a family movie again. It's not Strange World. It might have a shot at doing $1 billion. It's possible, or at least doing well.
Look, I could be wrong, but I'm just looking and I'm like, I think that era is over, and I think a lot of people
Kanto is crazy popular.
It's popular, but
it was also on Disney Plus.
Box office, not great. It was
because it was split though, wasn't it?
I think that one was split.
But had it just gone to the box office, I think it would have kicked all kinds of ass. It was really popular, crazy popular. I don't know if Wish is going to be at that level, but I can see it's more like that than it is like what we saw last year.
Last year was weird. We had a Buzz Lightyear movie that wasn't a Buzz Lightyear movie, and we had Strange World, which was not promoted at all.
The advertising was horrible.
It didn't look anything like a Disney movie.
It didn't look very interesting.
No, it looked kind of boring.
Well, people on Wish worked on Encanto and Frozen 2. Okay. So I think there's going to be a lot more hope for that one.
Princess merch. That's what it's all about. It's princess merch.
There's a lot more hope for that one. It's about the wishing star, where it came from. Even though they have a goat that talks, which I'm kind of like, eh. But,
Who doesn't like a talking goat?
Talking's better than other things. Anyway, so we're going to go back to this. I just think that if Disney wasn't crapping themselves before, they're crapping themselves now, which I don't know how they, weren't before. But I think it's hilarious that the Mario creator is like, yeah, we probably did better because the stupid, American journalists went out and tried to bomb the movie, and then it blew up in their faces.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. When we get the Japanese version on Blu-ray or something subtitled,
that'd be cool. I would like to see the differences.
Because they said right from the beginning they planned it. It wasn't like so that makes sense because again, with Illumination movies especially, they've been a huge deal globally, but some of the jokes I don't think are going to translate well or aren't very Japanese. And, Mario is, even though he's an Italian plumber, is still a very Japanese property.
Right. So. And it goes there first. And I think that they're going to, it's going to be some things they changed for American audiences in the games might be changed back to Japanese audiences, which makes complete sense. Now, it released today on the 28th, because they're ahead of us by several hours. It released today in Japan. So it's going to be interesting to see what the box office does, because at this point, I think it's at, I think I have it in my article. If you go to my article, I have the box office. It's like 900 and some, 901.2 million is what it was at yesterday.
Oh my God.
440 million is roughly domestic, while 457.2 million is international markets. And it hadn't opened in Japan yet, and it still hasn't opened in South Korea next month. But Japan's the one everybody's waiting on, and I think it's going to blow past that.
Yeah, I
think
think
easy when it opens in Japan.
Yeah, especially if they're doing a localized Japanese version.
Yeah, and then they're releasing it in the
Miyamoto
US.
involved. I mean, come on.
But they're releasing the Japanese version in the US too. For those who want to see the Japanese version to see the differences, can go pay to see it again.
Yeah,
but it's only in a few cities. So I'm hoping you're right about putting it on the DVD. I pay extra for a double set that had the Japanese version on too. I'd love to see the Japanese version.
I would. I mean, I could see them doing it as have a basic version and then have a double. Kind of like they could do the Super Mario All-Stars, where they could have, here's the lost level version of the Mario movie.
Now they're talking, because it's done so well, which not surprising at all. Now they're probably going to move forward with the Zelda movie, and they were talking before about Metroid and some other things. They're probably going to move forward on Nintendo properties because this movie did so well, which has been a long-standing rumor. And we already knew that they had talked about, adding more areas to Universal that were based on Nintendo or Pokemon. That was the other one. Pokemon, they get Pokemon stuff they already have in Japan in the parade and stuff. So they're kind of testing the waters. They can get Pokemon to Universal Orlando. Holy shit.
Yeah, that'll be huge. I mean, it's so weird because like when we would go to Florida, we'd go to Disney World on the bus. That was like our kids' game was Pokemon Go. Mm-hmm. They were always playing Pokemon Go. We were in Disney and they were playing Pokemon Go. This was like 2017. So could you imagine, just hypothetically speaking, or if they did like they used to do at GameStop, where they had like unique Pokemon that you could only get in theme parks, or they had unique Pokemon in Pokemon Go that you could only catch in Universal. That would be freaking huge.
They can do that though, because they have the bands and stuff they're using for the Super Mario and the Super Nintendo, Nintendo lands.
Yeah.
They have like wristbands that are interactive that you can do different adventures, collect coins, that it does different things when you have your band by it. Kind of what Disney's doing with their bands now. They have those, I know in Japan, and I'm pretty sure they have them out in California. Couldn't tell you for sure because I'm not out there yet. But they're supposed to be coming to Universal Orlando. Also, there's a long-standing rumor, which we've mentioned it before. I covered it on the Disney blog, piratesandprincesses.net. Oh my gosh, way back when. That they're talking that the Poseidon's Fury was going to be rethemed as Zelda. Again, that's just rumor, but it's a long-standing one.
Well, I mean, the thing with Poseidon's Fury is they already have that beautiful architecture, which does look like it could be a ruin from Zelda, from Hyrule. But then the attraction itself was shit. So
they also said that it's possible it might go someplace else, but that was the one that most people were thinking it was going to go in. But there's been a Legend of Zelda attraction rumor for a while. Pokemon, I've heard the Pokemon's coming. I've heard it being put in Spider-Man. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard both of these. These are all rumors. They're called rumors for a reason.
Yeah.
But they have been around for a while. But now that this has done so well, and now that Super Nintendo Land is doing so well, there is a renewed interest in bringing these to the park. And if they did it, oh my gosh, if Disney wasn't peeing their pants before, they might want to go get some bigger Depends, because get the extra strength ones, because they're coming for you. But let's waste time suing DeSantis instead.
Yeah, right. There's nothing Disney can do at this point to catch up with.
Well, surely not now. Now they can't dictate their own government. They sure as heck can't.
Yeah, it's going to be 10 years. I mean, even if Disney announced a new park tomorrow, at the rate Disney builds stuff now, it would take them 10 years.
Oh yeah, they're slow as heck. How long's Epcot been? Pandemic was in there too, but they could have kept going during the pandemic, and they didn't.
They built the Jurassic World Velocicoaster at Universal.
Was there,
and they were working on Epic Universe stuff, and they were building.
Epic Universe is like booking along.
Yeah,
if you see the pictures of it, I'll tell you what. Go out on Twitter. It's at BioReconstruct. BioReconstruct on Twitter always does aerial views of like
Yeah, he flies
Disney
over
and
the
Universal
parks
and stuff. I mean, I know he's had some health issues, so I'm not sure if he's been doing as much as he was before. But he always has a look at what the construction is. And if you go back through his timeline and compare it, it is coming along. I mean, quickly.
So, I don't know, guys, this is going to be really interesting, but I just think it's funny. Kotaku, this is like writing their own obituary because, it was outlets like Kotaku that was kind of, they were slamming on the movie and slamming on, and now they're like, yeah, well, it's doing really good. And
Nintendo made him dig the hole first. With
oh
this
my
article.
God. Nintendo made them.
And then they said, you don't get a review copy.
They made them dig the hole first. Oh, did I tell you about that? Did I tell you about the story? I think it was Russia. This actually happened.
That's a horrible story.
Yeah.
Do we need to talk about it?
Well, let's just say something bad happened. The guy made the other guy dig the hole and then off himself, and they buried him in it. And the end.
Yeah.
So that's yes. Nintendo is making Kotaku dig their own hole. I think Kotaku's digging their own hole anyway, because I guarantee you, their owners are looking at this like, you can't even get a preview copy of Zelda.
One of the biggest anticipated games this year is Zelda.
Yes.
After Hogwarts Legacy, which you completely fucked that one up too,
Yes.
Kotaku. So 2 of the biggest games of the year, and you messed it up.
Yeah. So
for political pandering.
And if they shut Kotaku down because of finances, because everybody else is getting shut down, they'll be like, Gamergate won!
That's exactly what they're
Oh
gonna
my
do.
God! It took them 10 years, but they won! They've been
Those
waiting.
bigots at Clownfish TV who had nothing to do with Gamergate, but we're gonna say they did. They won.
The bigots at Clownfish TV that literally had to Google Gamergate when everybody else started bringing it up because they weren't around for it. Oh my God! Oh my God! All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I guess Nintendo's Gamergate too, then, right?
Apparently.
They must be.
They're complicit. Adjacent.
They're Gamergate adjacent. That's what they're going to call them, Gamergate adjacent Nintendo, because they're not getting their free stuff from Nintendo. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.